Alright, this video is called 2 hours ago Disney removed Sam Witwer from Star Wars. What in the actual fuck? Why would you do that?
So of course we were bound to find something out like this, that Starkiller was cancelled last minute. There was a Starkiller announcement to be made, and this is...
There was? That was me actually getting mad and throwing my mouse on my table. This might be the end of Disney Star Wars, bro. Like, I know normies aren't gonna give a fuck about Starkiller or maybe even know what the character is or who he is or anything about Starkiller at all. But Starkiller is the coolest Star Wars character of all time. Besides Darth Vader. And they want to make a project and they decided to cancel it. Brother, Sam Witwer is Starkiller. He voiced the character and he looks like the character. The character's already been in a live-action video game from the early 2000s. This is already a thing that's happened. All you had to do was make Sam Witwer, who's a voice actor already, an actual actor, put him in a show, and you could have made a perfect project out of this. For those of you who don't know who Starkiller is Darth Vader's apprentice. He turns to the light side of the Force. He then goes and faces off against Darth Vader and Palpatine. There's multiple endings to both the first and the second game, but that's basically what it is. Why can't we just, like, make the project? And if you don't want to put him in canon, just make the project and make it Legends. Like, I think most people who know who Starkiller is understand why Starkiller can't be canon. And probably accept that he never will be canon. So just make it Legends. Just make a cool TV show or movie out of it. It's not that hard.
At the end of the day, the real tragedy of Star Wars fans, we just have to...
Damn. I just recorded 2.5 minutes and I'm 12 seconds into the video. Sorry.
So
I got really mad.
It was the 48th birthday of Sam Witwer, so there was a lot of congratulations going around and a lot of moments, a lot of characters that Sam Witwer did play, and Daniel Rickman...
Wait, did he actually also play other characters, like, as an actual actor and not a voice actor? I didn't even know that.
Who is a well-known personality on X, and he is an insider, by the way, so he knows what he's talking about. He's leaked all sorts of projects and future things that are happening. He said in a tweet attached to a happy birthday, he said, Sam Witwer was also in almost every recent Star Wars project. Key emphasis on almost, because he knows what we suspected up until now, that in fact somebody at Lucasfilm, I suspect, of course, Kathleen Kennedy or perhaps Bob Iger himself, they collaborated to stop a Starkiller project coming to light. So what he means by every recent Star Wars project, of course, that every recent Star Wars project that's going to be made, Sam Witwer was supposed to be involved as Starkiller, of course. Like, even in Starfighter, perhaps, or Mandalorian and Grogu, there was supposed to be a Sam Witwer cameo as Starkiller, because in that cameo, we would learn that Starkiller survived post-Empire. After the Empire fell, he survived Darth Vader's death and everybody, and just went on his own path. And now we see him emerge. But as I said in the beginning...
Look at that shit! Starkiller is the coolest character! And when he wears the armor from the hardened version of Force Unleashed, the original game... Oh my god! And they put the armor in the Andor show! You can see it in one of the shops! And there's multiple shots of it where they focus pretty hard on it in the background.
Alas, we are made to suffer, we are made to endure, and to hope for better days. So literally, we are waiting
Wait,
for a new
if you don't
hope.
know,
And
I want to show you what the Starkiller armor looks like. Look at this badass shit. Bring me this in Star Wars. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Why is this not a thing yet, other than in the video game? Look how cool this could have been. They could have made it an Imperial Inquisitor. Because that's technically what he was before they came up with the idea of the Inquisitors. And his armor and his look is what they base the Inquisitors on. Imperial Inquisitors. See? But they just look way more lame. They could have made Starkiller the leader of the Inquisitors. It wasn't that hard. Why did they have to make this fuck the leader of the Inquisitors? See, look at these. These are all the Inquisitors. They could have just made Starkiller the leader instead of the damn Grand Inquisitor. Long ass head looking ass. Like, just put Starkiller in there. Look! They already tried to make a different character look almost exactly and dress almost exactly like him. For no reason. Just use the character that already exists in Legends.
the Star Wars verse, because at this point I seriously
pisses
don't
me
even know
off.
what to say to the fans. There's an insider talking with credible knowledge that Sam Witwer was involved with new Star Wars projects and it was scrapped last minute as Starkiller. Of course, we know that he's going to be coming in a Clone Wars sequel, which is supposed to be Maul, Shadow Lord, and he's apparently
Is he? Oh, wait, no. Fuck. They're saying the voice, because Sam Witwer plays Darth Maul as well. The voice.
coming in 2026. I'm suspecting after Mandalorian and Grogu, perhaps in the summer, perhaps in September. We don't know yet, but we do know what Sam Witwer said about this. What he said when asked on Comic-Con by a fan. The fan asked him, would he play Starkiller again if he were supposed to come
Do
back
it,
in canon?
please.
And he literally, without skipping a beat, he said, I'd shave my head tomorrow. So he continued saying, and
I don't
quote,
get why they always have these people that are perfectly down and willing to do new and different things that Disney's never done before, and things that people actually want, like Sebastian Stan replacing Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, a younger version of Luke Skywalker, which Sebastian Stan keeps aging. Sooner or later, we're gonna miss our opportunity, because this guy looks almost exactly like Mark Hamill did when he was younger. Mark Hamill wants Sebastian Stan to replace him. Why have we not done it yet? But instead, we're gonna completely, fully CGI remove Mark Hamill and use a younger fucking animated version of him instead of just replacing him with a different human. Why? Why?
unless it's a quick cameo, it does require a little.
Like, if you really want to, use Sebastian Stan's face and put Mark Hamill's voice on it. It's really not that hard.
A little bit of an investment in a screen time. If he's a quick cameo, he can get away with a lot, right? But if he's there for a little bit longer, it requires for an explanation. Who is this guy? And he also said, but I like the idea of the symmetry between Ahsoka on one side as Anakin's Padawan and Starkiller as Vader's apprentice. And they have a lot of the same lightsaber.
Yes, it's so cool. Because Anakin had an apprentice, and Darth Vader also had a secret apprentice. Anakin and Vader are the same character, technically. But they have two different types of apprentices? That's the coolest shit ever! And they don't acknowledge Starkiller at all in Star Wars, other than in the 2 video games that he's had. It's so stupid.
Styles. I thought that was really neat. I like that. And this is, again, the genius of Sam Witwer comes in the forefront. This is why they worked so great together with Dave Filoni in the, Clone Wars as Maul, as the Son. Don't forget, Sam Witwer had multiple roles in the Clone Wars. So Dave Filoni and Sam Witwer back again would just have...
He literally played the dark side son. And Ahsoka has a lot of parallels with the light side daughter. So just oh my gosh, it makes me so mad.
Been a fantastic, beautiful thing to happen, and he was supposed to have a cameo in The Mandalorian and Grogu, and now it seems like that's not going to happen. But the genius behind that idea, you could clearly see that Sam Witwer has spent a lot of time thinking, as opposed to other executives over there at Lucasfilm who don't think at all and just think of Star Wars as an IP and as a cash machine, as the bank to, go collect their checks. So the dude said it perfectly. He said that there's a symmetry, there's a good, there's a bad, and there's a light side and the dark side version to all of it. It's like poetry, as George Lucas has said. Star Wars is known for its symmetry, and Sam Witwer said it best. Anakin had an apprentice, had a Padawan in Ahsoka, and then as Darth Vader, he had another apprentice in Starkiller. Two opposites that at the end of the day, if you think about it, both end up at the same point. Ahsoka left the Jedi Order and went on her own, and so did Starkiller. He was evil in the beginning, shaped by Vader, and then slowly he just turned away and left Vader, left the Empire, and did his own thing. So it is truly beautiful, it is truly interesting, and I love what Sam Witwer said, but there's actually more that I could say. Star Wars Celebration came and went, and then we have some more interviews, and very recently you have also Sam Witwer talking about it, while also Hayden Christensen was passing by. So everything happened in a flash. He said in an interview that he would love to come back to play Starkiller in any way, shape, or form, whether that be in animated form or just in live action or the game as well. Now imagine if we don't get Starkiller in live action, but we get The Force Unleashed 3. Even though he died, he came back again. And why not? He can come back again. I can just imagine The Force Unleashed 3 coming in the timeline between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Luke has already been established. Vader has been very much established to that degree that he has that light side and that dark side to him. This would be the perfect timeline for Galen Marek, aka Starkiller, to come back. So in this interview, Sam Witwer, when asked...
The fuck? I don't remember that ending of the game. Who the fuck was that killed him? What the actual... Fuck!
Could come back as Starkiller, he said, I'd love to. Let's get Hayden Christensen in on that as well. Naturally, he means, of course, Vader. So from the mouth of Sam Witwer himself, not only is he ingratiating himself into returning back, but also Hayden Christensen. We know that Hayden already has played Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan series, so now he could play it in the Star...
Hayden Christensen also played Darth Vader in Revenge of the Sith in 2005, by the way. He was in the suit. He was in the Darth Vader costume.
Killer series as well, even in A Force Unleashed 3. Then he went on to say, it's a fantastic character, and I think the reason he's interesting is that he spends the whole first half of his story making terrible mistakes, and then he spends the second half of the story trying to undo those same mistakes piece by piece. I think it's really compelling, so yeah, if they want me to do a remake or any kind of continuation, I'd shave my head in a second and I would do it. Don't you just love hearing that from Sam Witwer? I mean, he's already busy with Maul Shadowlord that's coming in 2026. And you know what? Since he said this, more things could be coming in 2026. You have to keep your hopes up, because by this interview, and as we've said previously, like Disney and Lucasfilm desperately want that Gen Z male to come back to Star Wars because they felt they have lost it. Well, guess what? Starkiller would be the perfect antagonist or protagonist, whichever way they choose to go. Galen Merrick is a successful character. It's a creation of George Lucas and Dave Filoni together. I mean, what more could you really possibly ask for? According to rumors coming straight from the San Diego Comic-Con, Starkiller is about to become canon again in Ahsoka Season 2. So it sounds kind of crazy, but a week ago, there were many insiders talking about how possibly Sam Witwer could come back playing Starkiller, Galen Merrick, in the next upcoming Ahsoka season because it would all correlate to the Mortis gods. Now, in the upcoming Ahsoka season, we know by Balen Skull that they are going
Lord,
for it.
I
Balen
hope
Skull
they do
is
that.
about to unleash the Mother, which we had a lot of hints in season 1, not only with Balen Skull, but also with Anakin and Ahsoka in the World Between Worlds. Previously, the Clone Wars and the Star Wars Rebels already established this Force mythology regarding these deities, but in a potential twist of what's coming, it's going to be the introduction of Starkiller, Darth Vader's former apprentice that is currently in development. This way, you have Anakin in the middle as the father, and both of his apprentices, the light side apprentice in Ahsoka and the dark side apprentice in Starkiller, by his side. In Star Wars Celebration, even Dave Filoni kind of gave some remarks and hints during some interviews because he hinted at the incorporation of the character the Son into his storyline. We know who played the Son, of course, in the Clone Wars series, and that was indeed Sam Witwer. He actually played the Son before he even played Maul, so keep that in mind. Let's go back to season 1. In
That's
the first
crazy to
season,
think about.
Ahsoka has some visual cues that suggested she is going to become the daughter, one of the Mortis gods that embodies the light side of the Force. How do we know this? Well, by the ending of the show, she donned the white clothing. She actually became Ahsoka the White. So she is the embodiment of the light side of the Force. Then we go to Anakin Skywalker, who was formerly Darth Vader. He could assume the role of the father, overseeing both of his apprentices, Ahsoka and Starkiller, who embody the light and the dark side. What's even more interesting is that Anakin himself represents both sides, represents the balance because he is the chosen one. He actually did this in front of the father. He controlled with the Force, he controlled both the son and the daughter. Now, Dave Filoni is known for integrating elements into Star Wars Legends continuity and bring it over into canon. Now, there were several nods to Starkiller that appeared even in Andor, by the way.
What's going on, guys?
Bro, what was that? Why did it just cut off like that? Anyways, that was a good video. Good ass fucking video. Alright, let me know what you think about Starkiller coming back. I think it's only upsides in terms of, like, I can't see anything bad happening because of Starkiller coming back. Anyways, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.